Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च भ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Bhagavatam class. We were discussing this first canto, second chapter, and sloka number 7 is over, and today we have to discuss eighth sloka number 8. So this is we just started recitation of this sloka happened, and we have to see inside to this recitation is done or not. I am not really remembering. Okay, so this is the discussion today. We'll finish this sloka. This is only the target for today's class. And so sloka, you can see first canto, second chapter, sloka number 8. Very important sloka. And two acharyas are giving the very different explanation. So it's really I need to note. So sloka I am reciting. धर्मस्वनुष्ठितः पुंसां विश्वक्सेन कथासु यः नोत्पादयेत् यदि रतिं श्रमयेव हि केवलम्. Translation. Can anyone read the translation?
The occupational activities a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the masses of personality of Godhead.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. The occupational duties a man perform according to his own position are only so much unless labor if they don't provoke attraction for the message of personality of Godhead. This is a translation given by Srila Prabhupada. But you'll be hearing today from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur another way. Many types of explanations can be given. So Srila Jiva Goswami is taking the same sloka and explaining in another way. Okay, we'll come to Sarartha Darshini. Before this, what is the connection we are seeing? Sages asked that question, what is the ultimate benefit for the entire humanity? And also, what kind of sadhana we should practice? So these are the two initial questions. Bhuruni bhuri karmani srotavyani vibhagasha. Atha sadhotra yatsaram samadritya manishaya puruhinah sraddadadanam yena atma samprasidati. This is the second question. So they were asking what is the goal of the life and what is the mean to achieve that. To answer these two questions, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaitukya pratyata e atma samprasidati. This sloka was mentioned. And this sloka is answer for both two questions. The ultimate benefit of the goal of the life is bhakti. Bhakti means what? Prema bhakti. And what is the mean to achieve that? Sadhana bhakti. So paraha dharma means what we took. You should remember this point. Paraha dharma means we took as what? What is the meaning of paraha dharma there? According to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
Sadhana bhakti.
Yes, what is that, Mataji?
Sadhana bhakti.
Sadhana bhakti. So if you go and see the translation given by the Jiva Goswami for the paraha dharma, any dharma offered to the Lord, that is nothing but Aropa Siddha Bhakti. He took Paradharma as their what? Aropa Siddha Bhakti. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur took Paradharma means what? Sadhana Bhakti. So, words, meanings can be taken by different acharyas in different ways, and they can explain the different concepts of the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. So that's why we should not see any contradiction. Otherwise, it is a very variegatedness. That only we have to see. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying Paradharma means Sakshat Bhakti. That is a sadhana bhakti. He is saying it is a sadhana bhakti. Because Paradharma can be only bhakti. That means everything is not the etavaneva lokesmin. So this is the sloka we are seeing and referring that he is telling based upon this Paradharma can be only the bhakti, not the other things. If you all remember this point, it's well good actually. He is saying etavaneva lokesmin pumsam dharma paraha smrtaha. Bhakti yogo bhagavati tannama shravanadibihi. So from this we are understanding etavan eva means this much only. This etavat shabda and eva shabda is saying that bhakti only the paraha dharma, not other things. Based upon this he is saying. So now dharma means here in this sloka paraha dharma is there, dharma is there. Tell me, in this sloka what is there? Dharma sanushtitah pumsam vishwaksena kadasiha. Dharma is only there. Paraha dharma is not there. So that's why dharma means what he is taking? He is taking purely karma. So he is taking only purely it as a karma. One second. So this is the thing. So what he is saying here, dharma sunishtitah. According to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, paraha dharma means what? Paraha dharma means so bhakti. Now, in this text, in 1.2.8, dharma means dharma word only is there. Paraha dharma is there? No. अच्छा से किया गया धर्म. स्वनिष्ठितः means अच्छा से किया गया धर्म. Dharma word only is there. Paraha dharma is there, then he could have taken as bhakti. But it is there only over the word dharma. Then because of this dharma, so what he is taking dharma means karma. He's taking dharma means karma. What is it saying? Dharma swanishtitah pumsam vishwaksena katasu iha notpadayet yedi ratim sramayeva hi kevalam. Sramayeva hi kevalam. What is the kriya in this? Notpadayet. Na utpadayet. Utpadayet is the verb actually. Utpadayet. Utpadayet is verb. What is the meaning of utpadayet?
Producing.
Produce. Producing. Should produce. Should produce. Notpadayet means na. If we are na utpadayet. Notpadayet means na utpadayet. That means should not produce. Must not produce, should not produce. Not you should add here. Okay. What it is not produce? What it should not produce? What? Who should not produce? What? Who and what? Who? You take who? You take who? Swanishtitah dharma. What is that? Swanishtitah. Swanishtitaha dharma. What is the meaning of Swanishtitaha dharma? It is a subject. Swanishtitaha dharma is the subject. That means produce is an activity. So who is doing this producing activity? Dharma is doing. Swanishtitaha dharma means what? So well performed karma. So then what? What it should not produce? Ratim. What? Rati. Ratim. In whom? So no. So well performed dharma, if is there. One more thing is if is there. Here you can make like this. So if yadi means if. If well performed karma, so shouldn't produce rati, then also you need na if and then. Rati in whom? So okay, now you should add one more thing. Rati in whom? If you put this question, then answer is what? In Vishwaksena Katha. In what? Vishwaksena Katha. So that means in glories, in past tense of Lord. So if well performed karma, so shouldn't produce rati. Rati means attraction. In whom? In past tense of the Lord, then is not there in the sloka. Tada you should accept. Tada srama eva hi kevalam. Srama eva hi kevalam. That is what? Srama eva. That kind of performing dharma is what? Sramaha eva kevalam. Means, so that dharma you should take. Yaha is there here. So yaha and then saha here. That means that dharma is useless endeavor. Okay, it's a useless endeavor. This is the general meaning. But we will be seeing the very different explanations actually from this. Quite a big commentary, little. Now come to our main discussion. That's the main, that's general meaning I said. Nanu varnashramachara lakshano dharmaha katham na paraha tatra dharma iti. Vishwanath's style is very, very different than the Jiva Goswami because he doesn't want to repeat the same thing what Jiva Goswami is saying, but he wants to show the different angle, which is also Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. In sixth, what we understood in sixth sloka, we understood that Paraha Dharma is In sixth sloka, we understood Paraha Dharma is what? Is bhakti. So now you may get question. There will be question now after hearing this. What is that question? Hey, why can't we take Varnashrama Dharma as Paraha Dharma? Question is now based upon this question arised. Why not? Varnashrama Lakshanaha Dharma. That means why not Varnashrama Dharma? Why not Varnashrama Dharma is Paraha Dharma? Yes, Prabhu. Parshuram.
Dharma is based on material modes, actually.
Okay, Prabhu. So we'll discuss this. So it's just point actually. Purva Pakshi is saying this. Nanu Varnashramachara Lakshano Dharma Katham na Paraha. Why can't the Varnashrama Dharma is the ultimate? That means Paraha Dharma. So why not Varnashrama Dharma is Paraha Dharma? This is the question actually. Purva Pakshi raised. This is a question by opponent. Now to answer this sloka is coming. To answer this following sloka is coming. Or that means you have to now understand what is the goal of this sloka. What is the goal of this sloka? What you are going to get in this sloka? It is already clear. We are going to establish that Varnashrama Dharma is not Paraha Dharma. So Varnashrama Dharma is not the Paraha Dharma. This we are going to discuss. So okay. So much sound actually also. Our office just beside to security office. All day they are always make lot of noise. So this is the goal. This is the goal of the sloka. Now next. Yaha pumsam vipradinam sustu anushitah dharmah saha vishwakshena kathasu ratim na utpadayet. He is taking that. Here, how he is taking? He is taking directly meaning. Varnashrama Dharma means, so you should know Varnashrama Dharma means what? So the activities performed by the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. Vipradinam sustu anushtitah dharmaha yaha saha vishwaksena katasu na ratim na utpadayet. Well performed Brahmana and others. And others means Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. And well-performed Brahmana and others activity cannot produce rati in the past tense of the Lord. This meaning he is taking. This, but here the word yadi is there. How he can take If it is not going to produce dharma, well-performed dharma, if is there, na yadi, if it is not going to produce, then it is a Shramayeva Kevalam. But he is saying directly as a statement, he is taking, instead of the conditional statement, he is taking as a direct assertion actually. So he is taking as a direct statement. Why he is taking like this? He is going to establish those things. He is going to explain that also. First and foremost point is, like Brahmana is there, Brahmana is doing the Nitya Karma, Agnihotra is doing, and also he is performing the Kamya Karmas, like the Agnistoma Yaga and so on. So, by these activities, will he get the any Rati in the Krishna's pastimes? Like Kshatriya is there, he is protecting the people, Vaishya is there, he is producing the grains, and Sudra is there serving all these three Varnas. By doing all these activities, will they get any Rati in the Krishna's pastimes? Tell me, Sri Jiva Prabhu, will they get?
Yes, Prabhu, that's consciousness one should cultivate.
No. Consciousness is not there. Simply they are performing, and will it give the Rati or not?
No,
No, it will not. So direct that karma, just Brahmanas is doing the, that means he is doing the samskaras for the people, and also Brahmana is meant for the doing the sacrifices, based upon the desires of the Yajaman, so he will be performing the sacrifice. So just by these activities, will they get any Rati in the Krishna's pastimes? They will never get. So dharma sanushtita, that is the meaning. The well-performed activity by the Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya and Sudra cannot produce the Rati in Krishna's pastimes. This is the statement. This statement, this is taken actually. This is a very, it's a fact. It's not it's not just any exaggeration or anything. It's a fact. Now, what is proof is giving karmana pitru loka iti sritehe karmanam ratyanutpadakatvam cha. Because the activity done by Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra is a karma actually. Karmana pitruloka iti sritehe. From the Shruti we are hearing, what we are hearing from the Shruti? Shruti is saying that by karma one can go to, Shruti says, by karma one can go to
Sarga.
One can go to Pitruloka, or Swarga, and so on. So. And also he can go down also, and down planets also. So this only he can do. What? This is the thing. He cannot go to the spiritual world. Iti srutehe karmanam rati anutpadakatvam cha. Karma is not going to produce any attraction for the Krishna's pastimes. Karma virva trai proktairityadau na yatra atma prado haririti chaturdhe naradoktireva vyaktam. Karma virva trai proktaihi. That means, trai means what? Trai, all of you know, already I said. Trai means Veda, the Karma Kanda section. Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Trai means the Vedas which are dealing the Karma Kanda. So the part of the Veda which deals the Karma Kanda is known as Trai. This you should remember. Trai. So it is dealing the, so Karma Kanda. Trai deals the Karma Kanda. Now the point is, what is said in the 4th canto by the Narada? He is saying that na atma pradaha harihi. This is not going to give the, so one cannot get the, one cannot achieve by this karma, which is said by the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas. So by that, one cannot achieve the Hari. This is also there. So this is one more proof. Finally, what Vishwanath is telling now, he wants to establish in this sloka why karma is not the paradharma. Because in the 6th sloka, he said that paradharma means so bhakti, and karma cannot be paradharma. So that means that's why after hearing 6th sloka, so Visuddha Goswami is thinking that, oh, these are all karmis, and they may think that karma as the paradharma. Now I have to establish that also. So for that sake, so Sota Goswami is saying in this 8th sloka, karma cannot be paradharma. Why? Karma can produce only what? It will take you one to the Pitraloka or above to that is Swargaloka. But it will not produce any rati in the so past tense of the Lord. यदि च रतिं नोत्पादये तर्हि केवलं श्रम एव पितृलोकादेः नश्वरत्वात्. So that means here dharma means we took as a normal karma. If that is not going to produce, now you add the if such a dharma, if such a dharma, that means such a dharma means well performed dharma or karma cannot produce the rati, then it is useless. Why it is useless? Because it will take you to the Pitraloka, and that Pitraloka is destructible. The reason is since Pitraloka is destructible. Pitraloka and so on are destructible. What we said, by the karma one can go to the Pitraloka. So if that karma is not producing the rati, then it is useless. Because Pitraloka is destructible, and once you reach to the Pitraloka, then you are that Pitraloka is also is eternal. So you have to come back from there. Even after your punya is over, you have to come back, or otherwise even that is the end of the millennium, end of the creation. So, and at the time of annihilation, one has to leave that place. So that's why it is not so ultimately you are not having anything. That position is not ultimate permanent position. So that's why it is useless. It is useless. Tasmat, that's why what now Sutta Goswami wants to say. So Vishwanath is explaining it like this. So that's why tasma swadharmam tyaktva shravana kirtanadi lakshana purvokta paradharmaha eva anushtheyaha iti bhavaha. What is the intention of the Sutta Goswami now here? So by saying this much, so the intention of Sutta, the intention of Sutta is what you understood now. Immediately you leave. Immediately you leave your karma. That means all the sages are sitting in front of him. Hey, what you are doing by doing your karma, your body and your mind both are becoming the black. Yeah, by karma means performing the yajnas. By performing what will happen? The whole body will become smoky, and heart also will become black because of material desires. So what Sutta Goswami is saying, immediately you leave your karma, and what you should take up? You should take up Shravana Kirtanadi Lakshana Sadhana Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti. This is the the beauty of the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So he is directly bringing the point. Useless this karma. Everyone should leave their positions, whatever material positions they have. Mother, father, children, this, that, all these are all bogus. Just you should take up so what is that? Paradharma, sadhana bhakti. That you should take up, and you have to hear. So past tense of the glories of the Lord, and that will generate the attraction for the Lord. Rati. That's why Anadhani Vritti, Nishta, Ruchi, it will develop the Ruchi. This is so same thing. The Jiva Goswami is explaining in different way. So Paradharma is saying that Aropasiddha Bhakti, you do your karma for the satisfaction of the Lord, and that will produce the taste in Krishna Katha. Then you can enter into the sadhana bhakti, and you can do so that sadhana bhakti, and you can progress. Whose explanation is like looking very nice for you? Vishwanath or Jiva Goswami?
Vishwanath Chakravarti, Prabhu.
Vishwanath, wow. So you are going to leave your
कल
come
करे
and join with us now. You
कल
leave
करे
all
सो
your business.
कल करे सो आज करे सो अभी.
Yeah. So no postpone actually. Vishwanath, that is a beauty. He always attacks very directly, and his things are looks like Jiva Goswami is very tough, but actually Jiva Goswami is so very mildly he deals actually. But he always try to establish the Siddhanta, but it's mild. Because same words, Parahadharma, and he will also say why Paradharma is only so karma offered to the Lord. So he will also give the explanation very systematically, and you will be also seeing you will be not seeing any kind of defect in that. He also explained very correctly. That is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is a Samadhi Bhasha. Nanarthavatvam Vedyatvam Sandarbha Katyate Budai. That means many meanings are possible in this. So now, this is also true. Karma is not going to give anything to you. It is a temporary result it is going to give. That's what you should do. One should leave immediately that karma and take up 24 hours direct devotion. Because Jivatma, and it is a part and parcel of the Lord, and that is the eternal nature of the constitutional position of the Lord. Not the Indian constitution is our eternal position actually. So Indian constitution or whatever the state constitution you have, that is only for on the bodily platform. Based upon the bodily platform, they define. Anyway, that is also not perfect. At least you should take constitution given by the Manu. Manu Smriti you should follow. But anyway, that is also not there. So even the Acharyas are not accepting anything. No. The Rupa Goswami is also same actually. The definition of sadhana bhakti is very powerful. So Anyabilasha Sunyam Gnana Karma Janavrutam Anukulyani Krishna Anuselanam Bhakti Ruttama. That's why in the Prabhupada's movement also you see, in the beginning actually, Prabhupada in 1965, if anyone is staying outside to the temple, you can ask also, someone Prabhupada disciples are there, so you can ask them. If anyone is staying outside the temple means they are in the Maya. So that means everyone should be full-time and 24 hours they should serve. Even Gruhastha, women, ladies or gents, anyone actually. Prabhus or Matajis, everyone should be in the full-time service. And it was initially it was the shape of our movement actually in 1965. But immediately Prabhupada saw it's not going to work actually. This is because a lot of going back and fall downs, and many fall downs means they are not able to sustain their bhakti. And then Prabhupada immediately he changed his plan actually. That means that means many people, so they have little Shraddha. Prabhupada is saying in that I shared actually in the Bhakti Prakara course the Prabhupada's the speech actually. In that, so you have little Shraddha, but according to our Goswami, Shraddha means not little Shraddha, it's a Purna Shraddha, complete Shraddha. And so this kind of thing actually maybe few are having. So that's why by the association of Prabhupada, anyway, they came into such a way, that means to full time. But after that, so to become, that means to sustain that, we have to go for the gradual process only. So then once again, then we took back the step, and we need to have the communities and do the. So who is there? Who can chant like the Haridas Thakur? So is it possible like that? You can see this kind of statements in the morning walks and room conversations. So then you'll be seeing like this. Who can be 24 hours be engaged? So then we have to go the approach of the, so doing the karma for the satisfaction, because that kind of shraddha is not there. Then what you have to do? You have to facilitate them. Whatever they are doing, that they should do for the Krishna's pleasure, and hear the Bhagavatam regularly and be connected to the devotees and keep on doing the. So that means increasing your faith and your surrenderance to the Lord. Then come to the full devotion. This, because mass level people, you cannot expect everyone. So doing the 24 hours sadhana bhakti, engaging direct devotional service, it's not an easy job actually. But that is the thing actually. That is the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Gaudiya Vaishnavism means 24 hours. There is no business in this material world actually. For us, there is no other business. That is the sadhana. That is the stress actually. Our acharyas. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission actually. But who is there? Who is ready for that actually? Many people are in the bodily designation. Because that's why both acharyas, two angles is shown. Jiva Goswami is showing the gradual way, and Vishwanath is showing the direct way actually. Next. That's why tyaktva, sadharmam tyaktva, you should leave. Aham sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Oh my dear Arjuna, you have no obligations to follow so-called dharma which is coming out of your bodily conception of life. Leave that and take up my service, that is hearing about me, chanting about me. That's all. Yadva nanucha asmin loke vartamanah swadharmosto naga suchihi gnanam vishuddham apnoti. Mad bhaktim cha yadrichaya. What is the meaning of this sloka? Iti Sri Bhagavadoktehe Nishkama Karma Yoga Eva Bhaktehe Eturasti Tat Khatam Bhaktir Ahaituki Tvam Uchyate. Can anyone read the translation of this sloka? This is a 11th canto, 20th chapter, maybe 8 or 9. What should I do? I will open it. Yes. Asmin loke vartamanah swadharmasto nagha suchihi gnanam vishuddham apnoti mad bhaktim va yadrichaya. This is the sloka. 11th sloka actually. In 11th canto 20th. Oh, this is.
Yes, Prabhu, shall I read? Can I read?
No, Prabhu. No.
One who is situated in his prescribed duty, free from sinful activities and cleansed of material contamination, in this very life obtains transcendental knowledge, or by fortune, devotional service unto me.
Thank you, Prabhu. So one who is situated in his prescribed duty, free from sinful activities, cleansed for material contamination, in this very life obtains transcendental knowledge, or by fortune, devotional service. What Krishna is saying here? Swadharmasto, that means one who is situated in his prescribed duties. Swadharmastaha, anagaha, that means he is becoming sinless because he is following his own dharma. Gnanam vishuddham apnoti, he will be getting the gnanam and mad bhaktim. Acha, here Krishna, what he is saying? Tell me. Krishna is telling that by doing your prescribed duties, will you get the bhakti or not? Yes, Mother Rohini. बहुत दिन के बाद देख रहा हूँ.
धन्यवाद प्रणाम प्रभु जी. Yes,
How is your health?
better प्रभु जी.
Okay. So, what is said here? Swadharmastaha, that means if you perform your prescribed duties, then that is going to give the Suddham, Visuddham, Gnanam, Apnoti, and Suddham, Bhaktim, Madbhaktim, Bhakti also it gives. So then, Vishwanath is putting this. That means Purvapakshi is asking to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So my dear sir, बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे हैं आप. You are saying very nicely. What you are saying? So karma is not going to produce the bhakti. But here we are hearing from the Lord. So by performing the prescribed duties, one can get bhakti. How can you say? So by performing the prescribed duties, one cannot get the bhakti. That means Vasudeva Katharuchi. How can you say? This is the question. Yes, you are asking to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur like this. So that is a question. Is clear? Now the question. Question is coming from the opponent. According to the Krishna, opponent is saying. Question from opponent. According to Krishna, in 11.20.11, so performing prescribed duties produce bhakti. So this is the question from the opponent. Then you have to answer. Siddhanti. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has to answer for this. What is the answer for this then? यहाँ कहाँ आएगा ये? अच्छा. Satyam, very good, very good. That means yes. Answer. He's saying yes. Yes. Satyam. Tatra karma yogasya gnana janakatvam ivana sakshat bhakti janakatvam vyakyatum shakyam. What is saying? My dear friend, you have to, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, my dear friend, you have to see the words of the Lord very carefully. What you are seeing there, one who is situated in his prescribed duties, so he will be purified from the sin and he will get the Suddham Gnanam, he will get the Gnanam. Yes. Yes, that is true. Prescribed duties can produce performing prescribed duties. Simply prescribed duties cannot produce. Performing prescribed duties can produce gnanam. Gnanam means Atma, Anatma, Viveka Buddhi, Atma, Anatma, Viveka Buddhi, or otherwise Swatma Visheka Gnanam. What is that? Gnanam means here what you should take? Swatma Visheka Gnanam. That means I am not body, I am the soul. This kind of knowledge they can get. They can see themselves as soul. This kind of gnanam they can get. Can get directly. That means when one performs his prescribed duty strictly, that can produce gnanam, because he will transcend to from the passion to ignorance, from passion and ignorance to, because he will be transcending from ignorance to passion to ignorance and passion to what? To sattva guna, goodness. Is coming to the goodness. Goodness, from the goodness what? That means his sin is destroyed. So being in goodness, he can understand himself as soul. Sattva sanjayate gnanam. Goodness will produce gnanam. But what? So performing prescribed duties, can they produce bhakti directly? That means by performing prescribed duties, you will be in the mode of goodness. From the mode of goodness, bhakti can be produced. Bhakti can be produced or not? So, Esham Antagatam. So, what is that sloka? Esham tu Antagate
Punyakarmana.
Punyakarmanam.
Tesam antagatam papan jananam punyakarmanam.
Jananam Punyakarmanam. So, whoever is doing the pious activities, so at the end, so they will be getting the bhakti. Yes? Bhakti will be coming from the goodness or not? Is there? No? Krishna is saying there also in the Bhagavad Gita. No. It is not be produced. It cannot be produced. Here, of course, Krishna is saying one more word. What is that word in that sloka? Yadruchaya. Yadruchaya word is there. You should see. Please see that sloka. Yadruchaya word is there or not? In the 11.20.11. What is he saying? Mad bhaktim va yadruchaya gnanam vishuddham apnoti mad bhaktim va yadruchaya. Yadruchaya is, this word is there because of this. Performing prescribed duties are not going to produce the bhakti directly, but they can produce the gnanam directly. What is the significance of Yadruchaya here? This word, that we have to see. Yadruchaya words, meaning we should see. Every word is having their significance. Here, Sakyam, that means you cannot now comment that, you cannot say that, what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, oh my dear friend, of course you should understand properly the words said by the Krishna. You can say, well-performed prescribed duties can produce gnanam directly, but well-performed prescribed duties can produce bhakti directly. You cannot say this. Because the word yadrichaya is there. Because the word yadrichaya is there, and it is having some significance. And that's why you cannot comment that, you cannot say that well-performed activities can produce bhakti. So then what is the significance of yadrichaya now? We understood that yadrichaya is important. Then what is the significance? What is the meaning? We see now. Word yadrichaya. Very good. Yadrichaya means, you see, yadricha sverita abhidhanat. So tatascha tatra pumsi bhaktehe yadricha svairita yadi syat daivad anya nirapekshe eva suddha bhaktehe pravesha syat tada tam api sa apnoti tatrarthaha. What it mean? Yadrichaya means by the providence. By the providence. So what is that providence? So if they get association of the devotees, they are performing nicely their prescribed duties, of course, but that's why they are sinless. But if they get the yadrichaya means, you should take that much meaning, getting of the association of the devotees, and also if they are nirapekshaha. Nirapekshaha means tat anya nirapekshaha. That means anya daivad anya nirapekshe. Anya nirapekshaha means they are not having the any kind of the expectation from the karma or anything. That means they are fully so independent. Independent means they are not bounded by anything, and they got the association of the devotees. Then in him Suddha Bhakti can enter. That is the meaning. Yadrichaya means so by providence. That means, what is that providence? Association of the devotees. Association of the devotees. Suddha bhaktehe praveshaha. What will happen? There is an entry of Shuddha Bhakti into them. When Shuddha Bhakti will enter into us, Anyabhilasha Sunyam. That means Anyabhilasha Sunyam. You should not desire any other thing. Anya Nirapekshaha. Anyabhilasha Sunyam. And that's why you don't have any interest for the doing any other. So you don't have any other desires. Such a situation is there, and got the association, and then in them Suddha Bhakti will enter. From this devotee, Suddha Bhakti will enter. Otherwise, Shuddha Bhakti will not enter. So if you do Sarupa Siddha Bhakti with the material desires, then it's what? Saguna Bhakti. It is not the Nirguna Bhakti. We discussed this. It is a Nirguna Bhakti? No, it is a Saguna Bhakti. We are not discussing about the Saguna Bhakti. We are discussing about the Nirguna Bhakti here. So when Nirguna Bhakti will enter? When you are fully surrendered to the Lord. From where it will enter? It will enter from the association of the devotees. That already we discussed in the 6th sloka. Okay? That is the meaning of Yadrichaya. Swairita. Swairita means Yadricha, another meaning is Swairita. What is the meaning of Swairita? Swairita means it is entering by itself. Sveneva Rajate Swairita. That means it is entering by itself. Bhakti comes from the bhakti. So that means ultimately now what? Suddha Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti is ahaituki. Yes or no? Sadhana Bhakti is ahaituki. Is it clear? Keshav Priya Mataji. So rahi kya?
No, Prabhu.
Padukunnara ఏంటి?
లేదు,
లేదు
లేదు,
కదా. So Suddha Bhakti, when it will enter? Suddha Bhakti, when it will enter? What are the conditions? Anyabhilasha sunyam gnana karma dhyana. You should not have any taste for practicing karma, gnana, and so and so. And also you should not have any other desires. Other desires means other than the satisfying the Lord. Then by the association of the devotees, so Suddha Bhakti will enter. Okay? Now, next what? That means, but if you take the another way of meaning, that means well-performed activities will produce the bhakti. If you take this kind of explanation, then what will happen? Tell me. In the 11.20.11, if you give another way of the commentary on that, that means well-performed activities will produce the bhakti. If you take this kind of explanation, what will happen? What apatti will come? सोचिए आप लोग सोच कर बोलिए.
Prabhu, can you repeat, Prabhu?
Huh?
Can you repeat, Prabhu?
Then,
Can you repeat it?
acha, in the 11.20.11, if you take the meaning that well-performed activities will produce the bhakti. So then this kind of comment if you do on that sloka, so what kind of apatti will come?
Karma produces bhakti.
Huh?
That means the karma produces bhakti.
What will happen by that?
So the bhakti becomes dependent on karma.
What will happen? What kind of problem is coming here? What dosha is coming? Radharani Mataji. Then we'll take Archana Bhakti.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah.
And the bhakti is not ahaituki then. That apatti.
Ahaitukitvam is going out. What do we establish in the 6th sloka? Bhakti is ahaituki. Sadhana Bhakti is also ahaituki. Prema Bhakti is also ahaituki. Ahaitukya pratihata. So this ahaitukitvam is going out. That is going on because it is coming from the hetu. What is that hetu? Karma is well-performed activities will be the hetu for the production the karma. So then, sorry, bhakti. Then what will happen? This is sahaituki it is becoming instead of ahaituki. So then bhakti is also coming from the karma, means bhakti is also coming from the modes. Karma is from the mode. Karma is nothing but what? Is interaction of the modes. It's activities which are involved with the modes. And the activities which are involved with the modes are producing the bhakti, means bhakti is also a material object. Then why we have to practice that kind of bhakti? No need. This kind of problem will come. Yes, Parsuram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, it will be Karma Mishrit Bhakti and Gyan Mishrit Bhakti.
Karma Mishra and Jnana Mishra Bhakti is not the discussion here, because that is the Saguna Bhakti actually. We are discussing the Nirguna Bhakti. So Saguna Bhakti means there also Bhakti is not really becoming the modes, it is in the modes, but in our heart, the desire for the material objects, or otherwise the desire or taste for the doing the karma or the jnana, so that will be imposed on the Nirguna Bhakti, and then it will be looking like Saguna. But by the nature, by the Swarupa, Bhakti cannot be, by intrinsically it cannot be Guni. It is not having the gunas. So that's the point. Only the imposition can have. So, but in the Nirguna Bhakti, in that imposition also is not there. Like if you take a crystal and if you keep a red cloth, so that crystal looks now like a red crystal. That redness is imposed on that. Similarly, Bhakti is by nature, it is pure. But because it is staying in our heart, in that same heart, there is material desire or other taste for the karma and jnana. This will be tainting or imposing gunas on that. And it looks like now it be colorful, but it is pure. So what the point you should understand here? This sadhana bhakti is ahaituki. But if you do bhakti out of some material motivation, this is known as rajasika bhakti or tamasika bhakti or otherwise sattvika bhakti. This cannot be a nirguna bhakti. Who is saying? Acharya Kapila Bhagavan is saying. Okay. Indranish Prabhu, you have something?
Yes, Prabhu. It will also not increase the ratim, or it will not develop the ratim in the Supreme Lord.
Prabhu, bhakti?
It would not develop ratim in the Supreme Lord. It would not develop love for the Supreme Lord if there is any kind of material desire.
Tushti Pushti Shuddhi Vritti. All these will happen. That will be there actually, because being a bhakti, definitely what it will do, it will destroy the material desires, and that means Satyam Dishati. That means that is a sloka in the 5th canto, 19th chapter. So we are seeing, na? So even if you do bhakti out of the material desires, so they are also known as Mahatmas, Sukrutinaha. Because after some time that material desire will be finished. Yes.
Which sloka, Prabhu?
Satyam Dishati Panchama Skanda, 19th chapter. The sloka number is 27. Satyam Dishatyaddhitam Addhito Nrunam Naivardado Yat Punaraddhita Yataha. 27. 5.19.27. That's why Akama Sarva Kamo Va Moksha Kamo Udarati Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. Whatever material desires are there, no problem. You do bhakti very strongly. Tivra. Who is saying? Sukadeva Goswami recommended. Because no problem. Okay, you have material desire, no problem. Do. Then what will happen? Then these material desires are finished. And that will be finally. So you'll be coming to the platform of, yes, to the purely pure devotional service. So Induleka Mataji, make me host.
One second.
Induleka Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji, 1 second.
So ultimately, what is the point?
Prabhuji, can
This-
you just tell me, Prabhu, how can I do that?
Acha. You have to go to participants
Okay.
and click on my name, Venu Gopal Das IDVM.
Yes.
Right
Prabhu.
click on that
Yes, Prabhu. Got Prabhu.
and make host.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Thank you. So here we are seeing, let me check actually whether I can share my screen or not, because sometimes signal it may not allow. Because the data may be less. Now we have no Wi-Fi, that's right. So what we are discussing, yes. So here what is established? Bhakti is height. Yes. Bhakti is height. Okay, is there any doubt on this? Any question? Any question or any doubt here?
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So, Bhakti is Ahituki means we can say sadhana bhakti is also Ahituki.
Sadhana bhakti is also Ahituki. Sadhana bhakti is also Ahituki. Sadhana bhakti is coming from whom? From the association of the devotees. And in that association, what is there inside of the womb of that association? That Shuddha bhakti is there, that is entering into our heart. Now, yes, Archana Mata.
Prabhu, you said we have to do sadhana bhakti, full shraddha. That means we have to give up everything and do full time 24/7 devotional service, like join full time. That was what Prabhupada's standard was at the beginning. Then
Yes.
how do we explain the verse where the incident, or rather what happened when Mahaprabhu met with Kurma Brahmana and he asked him to stay where he was, Thane Sthita Shrutigatan, then how do we explain
Yes.
that one?
So that is also thing, yeah. Everything. Yeah, 1 second. I got the. I will change my network. Yes, Mataji. Our Acharya is also saying not to leave this current Acharyas, you say, even the Bhakti Siddhanta and also Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta. They are asking that to practice, that means their respective dharma and also become 24 hours Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So now the point is, one should perform their prescribed duties and also become Krishna consciousness 24 hours. Performance of the Krishna, regular duties. Can you close that door? So that will be the for what? So to set the example to the society. But that is not their interest actually. So that one can see a regulated society. A regulated society is also very important. If you don't have that kind of regulation, and if you don't see the people are following the regular activities, then all the people will be leaving that, and there is a big danger for the society. So that's why it is said by our acharyas, we are the Goshtyanandis. That means we are showing the life, exemplary life in both ways, spiritually and also materially. The ideal example we are setting. So that is needed actually. Not just leaving, then everyone leaves, and who are prematurely started leaving also will happen. Then like this, 100 people leaving, and they are on the name of bhakti. So Saddha Bhakti and coming to the dham and coming to the temples and creating nonsense, what will happen? Then the whole movement will collapse actually. So that's why it is very, very important. So follow the only prescribed duties and do, but one should perform those to set example only, not for the. So depending on those results and having the dependency on that should not be there actually. Fully surrender to the Krishna. This is the point. Okay, clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Does it also mean that eventually we have to become like full time? Eventually, like
It's two cases are there. I said two cases. That means even you reach, then you are the parinishtaha. Recently I said in another class. And another is swanishtaha. But you have dependency. And while performing those activities, so and offering that to the Lord, and finally, so you have to hear Krishna Katha from the sadhus, and by that you should develop the what? Shraddha and live. So even in that case also what is happening? We are associating regularly the pure devotees, and from them we are getting the full Shraddha in the Lord. And that is leading to the finally, so the pure devotion into our heart. So you're understanding. There also karma is not producing. There also sadhu sangha only. If you see Prabuddha's words, what Prabuddha is saying? Prabuddha, anyone is remembering? Bhakti Prakaraha. Everything is Brahma, Brahma. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, he considered Jnana sadhanas also, he counted them also under bhakti.
Yeah. So we consider those also as Bhagavad Dharma because they are assisting, but ultimately assisting means what? They are assisting the conditioned soul to purify his heart, and ultimately from the sadhana, from the sadhu and his association regularly hearing Bhagavatam from him, that is going to produce That is going to produce the bhakti. Because of that, one will be coming to the pure devotional platform. Now, of course, their Jnanangas are supporting, but that supporting is also not the, it is not the leading, that is not giving, that is not producing directly, that is not producing the, that Jnana sadhana is also not directly producing the bhakti. Those are helping our chitta to be cleaned. But how the bhakti is appearing in our heart? By the association of the devotees. So that's why we need to accept this principle actually. Many times we, in day-to-day life also, we all the time discuss the principles of pure devotion, but we are in the conditioned state. So that will be creating the disturbance in the society. That's a present problem in our society. Artificially, we put ourselves in the pure devotional platform, but actually we are not there. So that's why we say that this is not needed, that is not needed, that is not needed. By this, when that is need to be followed, then we say that that is not needed. Anyway, devotion, bhakti is ultimate Prabhu. Why we need to follow? That we say, like example, following the some karma, the some jnana, so is needed sometimes, because those are all initially for us it needed, but we leave that, and we speak like pure devotees, and but we act like okay. So this is the thing actually.
Okay, Prabhu, understood. Thank you very much.
No, not telling to you, Mataji. Just I am saying in general principle actually. This is a general principle. That's why in 2 cases we will be seeing following of the karma, swanishtaha, parinishtaha. If you do karma for being a dependent on that, then that is a swanishtaha. And if you do karma for the setting example to the society, then that is parinishtaha. Now we'll come to our point. The same thing he is saying here. So ultimately what? Kashtakalpanaya bhakte saprakashatvam na siddhyet. Ahaitikitvam is broken actually. If you take here, if you come to our commentary now, what is that our commentary? Our commentary is, yeah, Edritya means by association. So if one is a Nirapekshaha, then in him what will enter? The Suddha Bhakti will enter. So in this case, Suddha Bhakti is pure. Suddha Bhakti is pure, and Suddha Bhakti is independent, and Suddha Bhakti is Saprakashatvam. That means Swayam Prakasha. Suddha Bhakti is Swayam Prakasha. That means it is not coming from the, or it is not dependent on another thing. It is illuminating itself. Self-illuminating capacity it is having. It comes by itself to the heart. From the heart of the devotees. That also we discussed different possibilities of the discussion. We did in the previous sloka, so I am not going to repeat. Okay. No. Suddha Bhakti Saprakasatvam is maintained. So Vyakhyantere Suddha Bhakte Saprakasatvam na siddhyet iti. Tad anadrutam ityataha nishkamopi karma yogo sa bhakte heturityaha dharma iti. So tad anadrutam iti, tad anadrutam. Anadrutam. So nishkamah api karma yoga na bhakti hetu rityaha dharma. So stressing this point, even nishkama karma, swanushtitaha dharma means what you should take. Swanushtitaha dharma means well performed. I said previously, swanushtitaha means well performed. Now Acharya is saying that well performed means nishkama karma yoga. Nishkama karma yoga. Even nishkama karma yoga can also, even nishkama karma yoga also cannot produce bhakti. Cannot produce bhakti. This is the understanding. Sonushtitaha dharma. But in the sloka, yedi, that means if nishkama karma yoga, if well-performed dharma is not producing Vasudeva Katharuchi, then it is useless. But if is there, how you are saying that statement instead of saying it as a condition? You may ask this question. Now that is being replied. Hey, my dear friends, if means what here? Nischaya, nischayartha. So if means nischay, that we'll see in just 2 minutes later. I will take another 10 minutes extra, please. So here, or otherwise shall I stop? Well, let me finish this point and then we'll go, we'll end up. So here the simple point is, simple thing is remaining now. What is that? So in the Savai Pumsam Paradharma, what is said? Only Paradharmaha. Paradharmaha is producing the bhakti, ahaituki aprajata bhakti. What is that Paradharmaha? Sadhana bhakti. That means that sloka is clearly saying that Paradharma, except Paradharmaha, that means Varnashram Dharma is not going to produce the, that means Prema Bhakti. Okay? So Varnashram Dharma cannot produce the Prema Bhakti. That means Viswaksena Katasu. Rati means what he is taking here. Rati means the stage Rati. That's a bhava. That means beginning of prema. That he is saying actually. Jiva Goswami is saying Rati means just in some taste to do the bhakti. That's why the word meaning how it is taken, that is the thing is going to decide the point being established. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur taking Rati means bhava, that means prema ankuram, beginning of prema. But Jiva Goswami is taking Rati means just some taste to to begin the bhajan. Okay, so that's why here. So Varnashram Dharma is not going to produce the Prema Bhakti. That's a true. Who is going to produce? Adana Bhakti, pure devotional service only will produce. That's the point we are seeing. Next, Yedi iti garhayam srama janakatvat garhati ityardaha. What is the meaning of Yedi here? What is the meaning of Yedi here? Yedi means, so if not if, you should not take Yedi means if. Yedi meaning is Yedi's meaning is not if.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu,
Here.
you are not sharing the screen, the board.
Acha, 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 Prabhu. Okay, is it, my screen is visible? No? Others? I am already shared, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we are seeing the Sanskrit.
Acha, 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 acha. Okay, okay, okay. Now it is. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So yadi's meaning is not if here. Then what meaning? Yadi means garhayam. Garha. Garha means heinous. That means disgusting. Garha means disgusting. That means what? If you take the now for the meaning, if, that means you go to the now anvaya. Edi meaning I am taking disgusting. Garha. If I take garha means disgusting, what it mean? How the then whole sentence will represent meaning? Well performed karma should not or cannot produce attraction to the past tense of the Lord. That is useless endeavor only. It's saying this thing in a like that. If means is I don't know in English how to express. After saying Savai Pumsam, Sota Goswami is saying that, hey, this well-performed karma is not going to produce any kind of rati in the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. And it is useless. That meaning. Garha means telling this the same. It is now if is not there, then it is a garha. I'm not. Okay, you are understanding my feeling?
Yes, yes.
I think you should understand my feeling. I don't. That's English is very difficult. Actually. It's not having the. I don't know actually. First of all, maybe good English is there. I don't know, and also this language also having problem. Both. Now the next point is. See here, yedi meaning garha means sramajanakatvat. That means alas, like that. That means ayo. That means alas, alas. What is this? This well-performed karma is not. You must not, or cannot, should not, or cannot produce. Cannot you can take. Cannot produce the rati in the past tense of the Lord, and it is useless. Like that. Alas, like that you can take. Yedi garha vikalpayor iti medini. How can you take yedi means like garha medini? Medini kosha is telling. Like Amara kosha, there's a one dictionary is there, that's a medini. Yadva, you can take another meaning. Asandehi, sandeha vachanam yedi vedaha pramanam itivat. So datte padam tvamita. So here, okay, another meaning also you can take for the yedi. That means definitely. Yedi means definitely. Who is saying this? Another kosha is telling. Definitely, well-performed karma cannot produce rati in past tense of the Lord. Definitely, it is useless labor. Yedi's another meaning is nischaya, means definitely or definitely. Only sadhana bhakti can produce the rati. Okay, this will end here. We'll end today here. And little bit is there that I will discuss in the Wednesday class. In this sloka, and we'll go to the next. Is it clear? If you learn few slokas also, entire Bhagavatam will be easily understandable for you. Oh, भाग के इधर उधर थोड़ा पकड़ के जाने से कुछ नहीं होता. Well, because in Bhakti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami establishes every canto and also every prasanga is establishing Suddha Bhakti only. That only is repeated again and again, again and again, again and again. Just to make us comfortable and understand deeply. So that's why if you take one section and if you go deeply, and after that, whole Bhagavatam will become very easy, understandable. If the concept is not clear, the underlying philosophy is not clear, Idhar udhar, something you will be studying and creating the disturbance in the society. Yourself and also to others. Both ways it's a disturbance. Any questions or comments? Yeah, Archana Bhakti Mother.
Prabhuji, in today's class, we discussed that association is the most important thing.
Yes, yes.
I'm just wondering lately, Prabhuji, attending so many classes, and is this more beneficial, or is it more beneficial to just keep listening to Prabhupada association wise? I'm just wondering.
Association is like Prabhupada, everything is coming under association only. That's the Prabhupada lectures also is taking association. Attending the classes also is our association. Yeah. So, but thing is, those should be loyal to the all acharyas. Whomever we should take the association, they should be representing the acharyas properly. If they are not representing acharyas properly, then what is the point of that kind of association? That we have to hear actually, that we have to see. So, good association. Association means good association, not just association. So, sadhu sangha. Sadhu means, yeah, good devotees association is important. Then that will destroy our ignorance and that will uplift our consciousness. And their association involves their mercy actually. So that will pull up the consciousness like this. So we don't know what kind of association you are taking, and I cannot comment on that. That's you should know. So yes, Prabhu, Parshuram Prabhu. Welcome for our Bhāgavata Rasa Mahotsavam classes. He's a new joinee.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So fortunate I'm feeling, attending these classes. Very, very nectarian. I'm very. So 11:20:11, mentioning performing prescribed duties produce bhakti by fortune, by providence. So basically, chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, it is said that Niskam Karma, transcendental knowledge, can burn the prarabdha karma only, but bhakti can burn prarabdha and aprarabdha karma phala. So by association, so then the devotee becomes Jivan Mukta, like he becomes liberated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to capture my little bit of understanding. So correct, right? So by association,
I'm not getting actually.
By association of devotees, by associating with devotees, we are burning our whatever our desires, like karma phala. These desires are produced by all the past activities in different yonis, and so we are burning our karma phala, right? That's a correct way to understand.
Yeah, sadhu sangha and also bhajan kriya, all sadhus, associating as sadhus is nothing but devotion only. A devotion's property is what? Klesha Agni Subhada in the sadhana level. Klesha Agni and Subhada. So it will definitely destroy all the aparadas, and also it will cause for the having the good qualities. Yasyasti bhaktir Bhagavatya kinchana sarvai gunahi tatra samaste sura. So definitely it will bring. So that's why association also is having the varieties. Prasanga Rupa, Paricharya Rupa, and also in this also, devotees also many levels. We have Murchita Kashayaha, Nirdhuta Kashayaha, and next one is Praptas Parshada Deha. And they're also there, and Archana Bhakti Mataji, you are remembering all this. So, whom we should associate? What is the highest category of the devotees? If he is not available, then it is okay. Like that, Jiva Goswami is explaining. So, if you revise, so that's the preference also is there in the association of the devotees. All devotees are not equal. That's a Kanishta Madhyama Uttama. Also, the sadhus are categorized in many ways. In the Bhakti Sandarbha. Next course I will do on the types of sadhus. Actually, we will discuss like types of bhakti. We will be doing the course on types of sadhus. This will really clear all the possibilities of the sadhus. So that one can understand actually. So how to associate, whom to associate, that should be clear.
So,
By that actually, Prabhu, yes. If we associate the pure devotees, the effect is different. And if you associate the Madhyamas, the effect is different. If you associate Kanishtas, the effect is different. It varies.
Right, Prabhu. So transcendental knowledge, reading about like all Prabhupada books and all, it's a jnana. But doing that practically is a big jnana. That
It's
is
not
devotional
jnana, Prabhu.
service.
It's not jnana. It is bhakti.
It's a
Reading Prabhupada books is bhakti.
It's bhakti.
Jnana
Okay,
means what kind of jnana you are saying?
Okay, but we all know actually by reading Prabhupada books, we know that we know about soul, super soul, and the prakriti. But how much we practically that will come with association.
One thing, Prabhu. Actually, here jnana means that should be clear first of all, because many times jnana word is used in the both cases, like in the case of bhakti and also in the case of jnana. So jnana means, like example, if you say there's a Brahma Jnana, that means knowing about the Brahman and knowing about the soul. So this kind of are like the different Upanishad Vakyas, which are describing the Nirvishesha Brahma, Nirguna Nirvishesha Chinmatra Satta, Nirguna Brahma. And if you are analyzing and you are understanding and those and trying to know about the Brahman, then that is the Brahma Jnana. So that is the Jnana we say actually. Jnana word is meant for that. But in the previous class, we have seen Jnanam cha yad ahaitukam. Ahaituki Jnanam. What is that ahaituki Jnanam? That's the Jnanam, that's a knowledge about the, which is describing the Lord's sweet qualities and form and so and so. So it is the knowledge about the experiencing the sweet qualities and pastimes of the Lord. That is the Jnanam we have seen. That Jnanam is nothing but devotional. So that is, like you see Prabhupada books, every line is intended in what? What is the Anvita Artha? Anvita Artha means what is the conclusion? Even if you study the different analytical study of this nature, that means in the second canto, you'll be studying different steps involved in the creation. Like how the Prakriti is producing the Mahat is producing the Ahankara and so on so. And also those properties, what is the intention behind this? So we are understanding we are relishing the Srishti Leela, the Leela of the Lord. We are not studying just the analytically these things. We are seeing everywhere this is the beautiful Leela by the Lord. So that's why this is not the Jnanam, this is Bhakti. Prabhupada books are Bhakti. Studying Prabhupada books also is Bhakti. It's not the Jnanam. It is purifying the heart.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Understood.
If you study like Nirishwara Sankhya, you just analyze the Prakriti without connecting to the Lord, then that is Jnanam. Okay, Prabhu. Yeah. Next, Srijiv Prabhu.
When Krishna instructed to Arjuna Sarvadharman Parityajya Prabhu, that
yes,
can we take this as a Paradharma? As Arjuna is doing Paradharma there?
Can you, Prabhu, can you speak loudly into mic?
When like Krishna instructed him like Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam, then Arjuna was following and doing fighting and all. So is it a Paradharma he is doing there? Because here we understand that Sutta Goswami wanted that everybody give up their prescribed duties
Yeah.
and take Shravanam Kirtan. In that context, what this?
To set example, he is doing parinishtaha. To set example. To set example only he is doing. He is a perfect soul actually. Nara Narayana Rishis, they are all perfect. So to set example to the society he is doing.
Like, can we say it is also paradharma in this context? Like, take
It's not
paradharma.
paradharma, it's a swadharma only.
Paradharma.
That means it's a parinishtaha, Prabhu. Paradharma means sadhana bhakti. According to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, paradharma means sadhana bhakti. Because Krishna, Arjuna is always remembering the Krishna. It is a sadhana. It is already, he is not a sadhaka, he is already even reached the Sakya Rasa actually. So then he is a higher. Internally he is having the higher bhakti. So he is always meditating on the Lord as a friend. So that's why he is having that rasa actually, Sakya Rasa. So we cannot consider he is a sadhaka also, he is about to that. So he is doing this karma just to set example to the society. So then it is a parinishta. Parinishta, paradharma are different actually. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions, Prabhu? No? Okay, thank you very much then. Thank you very much for a kind and patient hearing. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि।
Hare Hare Bol.